Do you know what's in your skincare products? Most skincare labels look like a chemistry experiment, but what if you actually understood why every ingredient was there? Hi, friends. Welcome back to Between Bells and Barns. Today I'm breaking down my tallow facial moisturizer and cream cleanser, and I'm going to show you exactly what every ingredient does for your skin. When I started my journey looking for clean skincare products, I was blown away by prices. And to be honest, most of them weren't clean at all. So I dove in headfirst to learn how to formulate my own skincare. Years of trial and error and fine tuning have gotten me to a handful of products that I absolutely love. I didn't want a skincare formula built around marketing claims. I wanted something built around ingredients that actually serve a purpose. So this formula combines traditional skincare like tallow, deeply hydrating botanicals, and modern formulation so it's stable and safe. There's nothing filler in here. Every ingredient has a job. And there's actually one ingredient in this formula that gets a terrible reputation in skincare, but it's completely misunderstood. I'll explain that in a minute. Let's break it down. First, we have to talk about the ingredient most people are curious about tallow. Some people avoid tallow in skincare because they assume it will clog pores. But when you actually look at the fatty acid profile, that's usually not the case. For thousands of years, people used animal fats to care for their skin. And it turns out there's a reason it worked so well. Tallow's fatty acid profile is remarkably similar to the oils our own skin produces. So instead of sitting on top of your skin, it absorbs really well and helps strengthen the skin barrier. It's rich in stearic acid, oleic acid, fat soluble vitamins A, D, E, and K, and that makes it incredibly nourishing for dry or damaged skin. I'm curious, would you try tallow in your skincare? Tell me in the comments. Now, here's something most people don't expect. Even though this is a tallow moisturizer, most of the formula is actually hydration. Aloe vera juice makes up the largest part of the formula. It helps soothe irritation and gives the moisturizer a refreshing feel instead of something heavy. Next is glycerin, which is one of the best humectants available. A humectant pulls moisture into the skin and helps keep it there. So, this ingredient is helping your skin stay hydrated longer. Sodium lactate is another humectant that helps the skin hold water. It also improves the smooth, conditioned feel of the moisturizer. It is produced by the fermentation of a sugar source such as maize or beets. Next, we'll talk about the nourishing oils. These are the ingredients that support the skin barrier. Tallow provides the base nourishment. Shea butter strengthens the skin barrier and protects against moisture loss. Jojoba oil is fascinating because it closely resembles our skin's natural sebum. That means it helps balance oil production rather than clogging pores. And rosehip oil is packed with antioxidants and essential fatty acids that support skin regeneration. It's especially loved for improving the appearance of scars and fine lines. But oils and water don't naturally mix. This is where formulation matters. Olivum 1000 is a natural emulsifier derived from olive oil. It binds the water phase and the oil phase together so the moisturizer stays smooth and stable. Cetyl alcohol is a fatty alcohol derived from plant oils. It thickens the formula and gives the lotion that silky texture. And no, it's not a type of alcohol that dries your skin. That's the misconception. Next, I add both jars to a pot of water with a rack on the bottom. And I need to heat both of these up to the same temperature. And what I found in my experience is just about the time that the solid oils become completely clear, they are both very close to the same temperature. You can see here that both jars are heated and the solids are completely clear. So now I can combine them together into a bowl. Once they're combined, I immediately start mixing them together with my immersion blender. And you can see that right away the solution turns very white, and that's the oil and the waters mixing together and combining. So it takes a bit of mixing. I won't show all of the mixing, but it does take a little bit of time to get that consistency down. It starts to thicken up, and I can't add the rest of the ingredients until it cools down to around 104, 105 degrees. Once it cools down and it's the thickness that I need, I start adding the final ingredients. So first I have a preservative, and the lotion has to have a preservative because the formula contains water in it. So anything that contains water in it needs to be protected against bacteria and mold for it to be shelf stable. I choose GeoGuard ECT. It's a broad spectrum preservative that's EcoCert approved and commonly used in natural skincare. It keeps the product safe during normal use. I also add vitamin E oil, and that acts as an antioxidant to keep the oils fresh longer. I also add sodium phytate, and that helps to improve the stability and extend the shelf life as well. And finally, the essential oils. I've gone different routes on the essential oils, and here lately I am using frankincense, which supports skin renewal, lavender, which is a calming and soothing oil, and geranium, which really helps balance the skin. They're used lightly for both scent and skin benefits. Now let's talk about the cleanser. Most cleansers strip the skin's natural oils, and when that happens, your skin often responds by producing even more oil. This cleanser is designed to clean without stripping. The ingredients I use are rose hydrosol, aloe vera, and glycerin. I use the rose hydrosol because it's soothing and it helps calm redness. I make my own rose hydrosol from my own roses that I grow. If you're interested in that process, let me know in the comments. The aloe vera keeps the skin hydrated even during cleansing, and then the glycerin prevents the skin from feeling tight after washing. For the oils, I use jojoba oil and castor oil. Jojoba oil dissolves excess oil and makeup while remaining gentle. Castor oil is incredible for cleansing because it helps pull impurities from the skin. I use the same emulsifier as I do in my lotions, which is the Olivem 1000, and that allows the oils and water to mix so that the cleanser rinses away clean. And the same preservative, which is the GeoGuard ETC. For me, skincare isn't about trends, it's about understanding the ingredients and using them intentionally. This formula blends traditional ingredients like tallow with modern formulation science, so the result is something simple, stable, and effective. If you enjoyed this video and would like to see more content like this, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time on Between Bells and Barns.